Hey guys, it's your fireplace here. And before I start this video, I just want to say that my brother, pixondle, he made a Minecraft server and it's really fun. It's really cool. And if you want to join it, I'll leave a link in the description. Hopefully you guys can join it. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this video. So today, I'm going to be talking about bullies. Now this is not a story time really. It's more of just a topic because I wanted to kind of vent about it a little bit because I kind of must be heard about some of this because it's a big problem. So yeah, so I've been bullied most of my life. Basically every year I went to school I was bullied at least once by at least one person. Except kindergarten and preschool. Those were the only times where kids weren't big jerks. So yeah. Anyways, this happened when I was in 4th grade. I was actually a new student at this school, the terrible school that I never wanted to go back to again. I was a new student, and to tell you guys, before we really start talking about it, I have a rare heart defect called CHD. Basically, I have no right side of my heart. I only have the left side. Surprisingly, I'm bullied for this. I mean, I guess you could call it bullying, I'm not really sure, but kids definitely weren't too nice about it. Basically, it limits me from running a lot. It limits me from going to hike on the mountains. You know, I can't play tackle football. I can't really do some of the things that kids can normally do. Anyway, so there's this girl, and I know that she's a bully, but I'm not gonna say her name, so I'm just gonna call her Alice. I don't know. The name is just similar, but it's not her real name. Anyway, so Alice was a total a-hole. She hated me, absolutely, and I never did anything wrong to her. So basically the first day of school, I was basically explaining to everyone my heart condition, and you know, they shouldn't be worried because I got surgeries and I'm okay. But Alice, she said, you should be dead. You shouldn't be alive. I'm like, well, I'm alive, so I mean, you know, I'm here and talking and breathing and stuff, so I'm not dead. Well, my mom is a nurse. You should be dead. That's what she says. So I'm like, excuse me? Since when? I mean, this girl says I should be dead. It's not really bullying, just being a butthead. So I thought maybe that was just the worst that she could do. But oh boy, it gets worse. There's also this other kid, and I'm not gonna say his real name either. I'm gonna call him, Frank. Because Frank is a pretty generic name, but you know. So, Frank. Oh, Frank. He was a bully. The definition of that bully that no one likes. And no one likes bullies. Even though he had friends, it made no sense why he would have friends. I mean, in 4th grade, he was terrible. And I'm still, to this day, surprised that in 4th grade, he had a lot of friends. So one day, it was indoor recess because it was raining or something, and we all had to play like board games inside in the classroom or draw. And I wanted to play with one of my friends, but he was already playing with Frank, so I'm like, you know what? Maybe Frank would let me just play with him and my friend this time, you know? Since he always discludes me and everything. Frank. So I go up, I'm like, hey, can I play with you guys? Because, you know, no one wants to play with me right now. Kind of lonely. And my friend's like, sure. And Frank's just like, hold on. You can't play. Only me and insert name can. You know, you can't, okay? That's illegal. Okay, he didn't say that last part, you know, but still he was being a jerk about it. So I'm like, I can play with who I want. You can't say who I can't play with. And my friend's like, okay, you know what? Let's all just play, okay? Frank, stop being a butt. Hey, and insert name, you can also play too. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can play. But before we even start playing, so this is kind of where it gets scary, but not really too scary, just a little scary. Just want to say that before I begin talking more. So I noticed that he has a fist. Frank has a fist, and he's holding a sharp pencil. And this is where I make the wrong decision. Hey, are you gonna stab me? But you can't even stab me. And he actually tries to. He pushes me down and the pencil was 1 inch away from my chest, and luckily I blocked it, but he could have hurt me really bad, and with the amount of force that he had, he could have at least punctured my chest. And after I grabbed the pencil out of his hand, I was so lucky to actually not get hurt. But that's what I thought that time. A second later, he pushes me over onto the ground. He pushes me onto my knees with my hands and climbs on top of my back and starts beating me up, as I'll say. He's just punching me and, taking all his anger out on me, and I don't even know what I really did. Besides, teasing him kind of a little bit. A little bit of that is my bad, not gonna lie. And then everyone stops and looks, and my teacher's like, "Frank, did you just punch insert name here?" No, I didn't. I'm sending you to the office right now." And he goes to the office, and my back hurts a lot, because, that kid's pretty heavy, not gonna lie. And as I said, with the amount of force that he had when he was attempting to stab me earlier, he was stronger when he was punching me. So a few minutes later, me and some kids, or witnesses, go to the principal's office, and he gets a 1-day in-school suspension. This is where I kind of draw the line and say, that's not really fair. He should have at the least, had a week. A week of at least in-school suspension. That was not fair. He really didn't get in trouble that much. He should have gotten more trouble than he did, but, he changed the next year and didn't mess with me. And he's like, "I'm a good person now." And I'm like, yeah, hopefully. So, in 5th grade, this is kind of where the year got worse. Alice was meaner, and so was half of my class. Or, to be more exact, 3/4. So, it was really bad in 5th grade. I was being bullied a lot, and I was nice to Alice one day when she got punched by this kid. I just felt so bad, and I ran up and hugged her. I'm like, "It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay." And I really shouldn't have done that, but that was kind of the right decision. And I thought maybe she'll be my friend, and she'll be nice at least. And she wasn't. She got worse, actually. And so did everyone else in my class. And I lost a lot of friends, actually. I only had 3 friends by the end of the year in the whole entire grade. By the end of the year, in the whole entire grade. No one else liked me, and they kind of hate me. But about my class, now I thought my teacher was nice, because, she's always like giving me good grades and saying how I'm doing such a good job, and, well, it's not really what I learned after this one day. So basically, I walked up to my old friend, Andrew, that's his real name, but sounds similar. And I'm like, "Hey Andrew, wanna talk?" And he's like, and then he calls me, I'm not saying the word, but he calls me a really bad word. And I didn't know what it meant, so I'm like, "What does that word mean?" And then he's like, "Wait, hold on, say it again." And, I was just a stupid 5th grader. So I asked, "What does that word mean?" And then a bunch of boys come over and start recording me into a corner of the room and start recording me. And I was scared and confused. When I got home, I asked my mom what the word meant, and she's like, "It means this." "Wait, why are you asking?" And I'm like, "Some kids called me that. I hate them now." And yeah, and to make it worse, I lost more friends. They started ganging up on me. I forgot kind of what happened since this was a few years ago, but I haven't really seen them since, and I moved, so, I can't really see them. I remember one day, I kind of got my revenge a little bit, and so, basically, I played the violin, and Alice did too. And she sat in front of me, and she was being a jerk to me, and calling me names, and saying bad things about me. And, I cussed. For the first time in school, I cussed. Let me just say what I said. But not, I'm not gonna cuss. I said, "Hey, Alice." She's like, "What? What do you want?" I'm like, "Your butt is grass, and I'm the lawnmower." And I felt so accomplished. Like, I felt like I just got an achievement for best roast of, I forgot what year, 20-something. And no, she hated me more from that, but, my parents were pretty proud. They didn't care that I cussed. They just like, "Oh, good job. Hopefully you don't get suspended." And if you think that's really all, this will be the last story. It's not really. So, I have been kind of getting bullied this year, like in the very beginning, by this group of girls who used to be my friends. They're not bullying me anymore, but they just being mean. They just started calling me a liar for no reason. And one of the scariest things I ever was in a long time was, so I was using the bathroom and I exited it, and one of my bullies was just standing there with her arms crossed, smiling at me. And I'm like, why are you staring at me with a smirk on your face? And she's like, oh, no reason. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna wash my hands now. So I'm just washing my hands, and a teacher comes out of one of the stalls to wash her hands too. And that's important for later. Then my bully comes over and starts mumbling things to me. She's not even washing her hands. She was just stalking me and smiling and looking down at me and just saying some things I don't understand. And well, I made a pretty good decision to completely make a scene. Thanks to my severe anxiety disorder, I start screaming, "Leave me alone!" and "Get away!" Okay, that's not what I sounded like, but I was just screaming, and it was a little funny. And the teacher, I think, looked at her and she's like, okay, fine, I'll go. And right before she leaves, she says, oh, and by the way, get better soon. And I'm pretty sure that was a reference to her coughing on my head. But yeah, I feel like, how do you know if she coughed on your head? And I'm like, well, we were like walking outside earlier and she came up behind me and started coughing. Like I felt like a little breeze go on my head. Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And hopefully my editor edited out all the mistakes, including this one. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. And peace out, peoples. Serve a link in the description. Bye.